Welcome to the EdgeBuilder Safety Training video number 1. In this video, we will be covering the cutoff saw, or sometimes called the upcut saw. At EdgeBuilder, employee safety is a priority. Each workstation is set up to safely accommodate a specific job function. This can only be possible when each employee embraces a high level of responsibility, not only their safety, but the safe operation of the workstation. The following are common sense EdgeBuilder worker policies. No drug or alcohol use. EdgeBuilder has a zero tolerance policy. Any employee found under drug and/or alcohol influence will be terminated. Any medication prescribed by a doctor which could affect worker safety should be discussed with your supervisor. Any employee feeling ill during work hours should notify their work supervisor. Here are a few more common sense worker policies for EdgeBuilder. Safety glasses must be worn on the shop floor. Steel-toed shoes or boots are a requirement. Your shoes must also be of the non-slip variety and in good condition. Employees should avoid wearing loose clothing or jewelry that might get caught in the equipment mechanism, causing bodily damage. Ear protection is strongly recommended but not required. The upcut saw is one of the most important workstations on the factory floor. Through this workstation comes the bulk of the wood material cut to lengths that build out some 30,000 lineal feet of wall panels in a single month. In a typical work shift, it is not uncommon to make more than 2,000 board cuts. Let's walk through the safe use of the upcut saw workstation from beginning to the end of the wood cutting process. The process starts with a cut sheet, which is a work order document specifying the right type of lumber, the length, and how many boards to be cut. The cut sheet and wood to be cut is provided by the floor supervisor, who will position bulk lumber near the saw for easy loading. From the cut sheet, the next step is to correctly input the length of the board to be cut into the Tiger Stop keypad and push the start button. From the bulk lumber provided, the next step is to load individual boards on the saw table. Note in the example shown here how the board is safely dragged and dropped onto the saw table. This method is preferable to trying to lift the entire weight of the board yourself, and saves back strain as hundreds of boards must be moved through a daily work shift. Next is setting up the board for the cut. It is important to secure the end of the board against the Tiger Stop as shown in this video. Any gap between the Tiger Stop and the board means it will be cut too short for its intended use. At the same time, the board should also be squared firmly against the saw fence. Note in the second video, the hands are clear of the saw blade, rollers, rails, and saw table. This is a safety measure as the protective saw cover uses tremendous pressure to clamp down on the board during the cutting process. As the board cut is about to be made, the hand closest to the saw blade is best positioned behind your back as shown in the video below. With the other hand securing the board, only then do you activate the foot control to cut the board. Once the cut is made, remove your foot away from the foot control. Do not for any reason leave your foot positioned above the foot control. With the board cut, occasional measurement checks should be made to verify the board lengths. Boards need to be marked per the cut sheet so that the next station can properly identify them for assembly of subcomponents or wall modules. It is important to keep your workstation clean of debris as it creates a hazard for operating the machinery and as well as your personal safety. Under the saw table on the left side of the saw is a powerful air hose. Use it to clean out the saw blade and the saw table area. At no time should you use your fingers to pick out debris from the saw blade or foot control with the machine plugged in. Only after the equipment is unplugged is it safe to remove debris. As with any mechanical machine, there is a potential for the upcut saw to break down. Should you notice any malfunction of any type, unplug the power cord from the wall and inform the floor supervisor there is a problem with the equipment. This completes the upcut saw safety training video. At EdgeBuilder, employee safety is a priority. In this presentation, we reviewed the process of safely using the upcut saw workstation and common sense EdgeBuilder work policies. If you have any questions on the use of the upcut saw workstation, please contact the floor supervisor.